Most health content is built for people who work 9 to 5. They sleep at night. They eat on schedule. Their bodies run on a normal clock. That's not you. If you work shifts, rotating schedules, night shift, 12-hour blocks, 24-hour calls, your body is running a completely different biological program. And most of the time, nobody tells you what that's actually doing to you over the long haul. I spent years in law enforcement, SWAT, narcotics, gangs. You know what nobody in that world talked about? What the schedule itself was doing to our health. Not the stress, not the danger, the schedule. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what the research says shift work does to your body. And more importantly, what you can actually do about it, because there are protocols that work, and most people running shifts have never heard of them. Let's get into it. To understand what shift work does to your body, you first need to understand what you're working against. Every cell in your body runs on a 24-hour biological clock. It's called your circadian rhythm, and it controls almost everything: your sleep and wake cycles, your hormone release, your body temperature, your metabolism, your immune function, your cardiovascular system. This internal clock evolved over millions of years to sync with one thing: the light-dark cycle of the sun. Light comes up, cortisol rises, your body activates. Sun goes down, melatonin rises, your body repairs and rebuilds. That's the program your biology runs on. Now here's the problem. Shift work doesn't just make you tired, it forces your body clock out of sync with the external world. Researchers call this circadian misalignment, and it's not a minor inconvenience. It's a fundamental biological disruption that affects every system in your body simultaneously. Think of it this way: your cardiovascular system expects to be resting at 3 a.m. Your digestive system expects to be offline. Your liver expects to be in repair mode. When you're on patrol, responding to calls, or running a high-risk operation at 3 a.m., every one of those systems is being forced to operate at the wrong time. And over months and years, that adds up in ways most people don't see coming. Let's start with the most important system, your heart. A 2024 systematic review published in the journal Cureus analyzed 14 studies covering hundreds of thousands of shift workers. Every single study reported a significant association between shift work and some aspect of cardiovascular disease. The research shows that shift workers face a meaningfully higher risk of coronary heart disease, hypertension, and myocardial infarction compared to day workers, with the risk increasing based on how many years and how many night shifts per month you work. Here's the mechanism. When your circadian rhythm is disrupted, your blood pressure loses its normal daily pattern. Healthy people experience what's called nocturnal dipping. Blood pressure naturally drops at night while they sleep. Shift workers lose this dip. The American Heart Association's scientific statement on circadian health confirms that shift work increases both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Your sympathetic nervous system, the fight-or-flight branch, runs hotter. Inflammation markers go up. Cortisol patterns get disrupted. And over years, these aren't minor fluctuations. They're chronic stressors on a system that was never designed to run like this. The sobering part of the research is the dose-response relationship. The more years you work shifts, the higher the risk. This isn't something that plateaus after a few years. It compounds. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to motivate you, because every one of the protocols at the end of this video is directly targeting these mechanisms. Next, metabolism. In law enforcement or any high-paced shift environment, the weight creep is real. Most people chalk it up to stress eating or not having time to exercise. The research tells a more complicated story. Your body's metabolic processes, insulin sensitivity, glucose processing, fat storage, are all time-dependent. They work differently at night than they do during the day. When you eat at 2 a.m., your body processes that meal less efficiently than if you'd eaten the same meal at noon. Not because the food is different, because your biology is running in the wrong mode. Multiple meta-analyses link shift work to higher rates of obesity, metabolic syndrome, which is the cluster of hypertension, high blood sugar, abnormal cholesterol, and excess waist fat, and a significantly elevated risk of type 2 diabetes. One prospective cohort study found that workers doing more than 10 night shifts per month had a 19% higher likelihood of developing cardiometabolic disease compared to non-shift workers. That's not a rounding error. That's a nearly 1 in 5 increased risk just from the schedule. The mechanism is disrupted insulin signaling. At night, cells become less responsive to insulin. You can eat the same meal as a day worker and store more of it as fat, spike your blood sugar higher, and recover from that spike more slowly, simply because of timing. This is why nutrition timing is one of the most powerful tools shift workers have available, not necessarily what you eat, but when. Now let's talk about the thing that affects you most in real time: sleep. Shift workers don't just lose sleep, they accumulate what researchers call sleep debt, a chronic deficit that the brain keeps a running tab on. And unlike financial debt, you can't fully pay it back with one good night's sleep. The research on cognitive impairment from shift-related sleep deprivation is sobering for anyone whose job involves making decisions under pressure. Studies consistently show that shift workers experience reduced reaction time, impaired working memory, decreased sustained attention, and slower information processing. In jobs where split-second decisions have real consequences, law enforcement, military, emergency medicine, firefighting, this isn't just a quality-of-life issue, it's a performance and safety issue. Here's what makes it insidious. Sleep-deprived people are notoriously poor at assessing their own impairment. Research shows that people running on 6 hours of sleep per night for 2 weeks perform as poorly on cognitive tests as someone who has been awake for 24 hours straight. But they don't feel that impaired. The subjective sense of tiredness actually plateaus, while objective performance keeps declining. You can be significantly cognitively impaired and feel like you're operating at full capacity. That's the shift worker paradox. The downstream effects extend beyond performance. Chronic sleep disruption is linked to elevated rates of depression and anxiety in shift workers. Multiple meta-analyses confirm the association. The brain needs sleep to process emotional experiences, consolidate memories, and regulate mood. When that process is chronically interrupted, the psychological cost accumulates alongside the physical one. All right, that was the bad news. Here's the good news. Every one of those mechanisms I just described is addressable. None of this is a life sentence. The research that identifies the risks also points directly to interventions that work, and the most effective ones are simpler than you'd think. The most powerful thing you can do is protect your sleep window with the same intensity you'd protect anything else that matters to your survival. Blackout curtains, not just dark curtains, complete blackout. Your bedroom needs to be as dark as possible, regardless of what time it is outside. Your body releases melatonin in response to darkness, not a clock. Eliminate every light source. Temperature matters too. The research is clear that the optimal sleep temperature is between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. A cooler room directly supports deeper sleep stages. This is not optional. Light is the most powerful signal your circadian clock receives. When you're coming off a night shift, avoid bright light on your drive home. Wear sunglasses even in morning sunlight. This delays the circadian signal that tells your body to wake up, giving you a longer window of quality sleep when you need to shift toward alertness going into a night shift. Bright light exposure in the first hour after you wake up is one of the most effective ways to advance your circadian phase and improve alertness during the shift. Don't eat large meals within 3 hours of your sleep window, regardless of what time that sleep window is. Your digestive system being active competes with your body's repair processes during sleep. During night shifts, if you need to eat, lean towards smaller, lower carbohydrate options. The research on time-restricted eating suggests that compressing your eating window during waking hours, even on a non-standard schedule, improves metabolic markers for shift workers. Magnesium glycinate specifically, not magnesium oxide, has solid research support for improving sleep quality and reducing cortisol. Shift workers tend to be chronically depleted in magnesium due to elevated stress hormones. 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate 30 to 60 minutes before your sleep window is one of the most evidence-backed supplementation protocols for sleep quality. Link is in the description. Most shift workers track what they do: workouts, miles, reps. Almost none track how well they recover. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is the single most useful real-time metric of how your autonomic nervous system is handling the load. Low HRV trending over time is a direct warning signal that your cardiovascular system is under chronic stress. Devices like Oura Ring and Whoop track HRV continuously, including during sleep, giving you objective data on how your schedule is affecting your recovery so you can adjust before the cumulative damage compounds. Here's what I want you to take away from this. The research on shift work is not ambiguous. The schedule costs you something biologically. That's just the reality of the job. But the people who understand the mechanisms, who take sleep seriously, who think about when they eat, who track their recovery, those are the people who do 20 years and come out the other side healthy. The ones who don't understand it chalk everything up to stress and age, and they wonder why their blood pressure is high, their weight won't move, and they feel like garbage at 45. You don't have to be that person. The protocols in this video are not complicated. None of them require you to quit the job, change your schedule, or buy an expensive program. They require discipline applied in the right places. And if you're watching this channel, discipline isn't your problem. If you want to go deeper on any of these protocols, the sleep science video and the supplement stack breakdown are both up on the channel. Links in the description. Stay dangerous.